It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll keep our eye on A.J. Terrell, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Black Knights and the Titans on Sunday.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 113 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. On third down, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! Chigakakwo, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. London about set to take over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. back to the ground with Etienne. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, and
he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
2nd and 9 now.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
London about set to take over on offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. From the gun on third down is Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
He gets him a little bit closer, takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Once more, Etienne.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are once again back in front.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Here's Jake Camarda now.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count, if you're 4-4, the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First down, Tennessee.
Here we go. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. The Burrow's throw there complete to Mooney.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Juju Smith-Schuster
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Finding Etienne here, catching it on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Hayes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Rachaad White, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But, you know, the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make. And that way, you try and get his confidence back up.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Toss left side for Etienne.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw here. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Maxx Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. There he goes, left side. He's at the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 31, Burrow. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Burrow on 3rd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he will have a Titans 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Etienne up the middle.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2nd and 9 now.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the first down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
A handoff for Etienne.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw, and it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do him much good.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Burrow will throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Point after, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. Finds Pickens outright. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 66 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They're going to look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man and he hits him in stride. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Now Burrow loses the football.
It's going the other way. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Here we go on 4th down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw here.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Black Knights have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. They'll get it inside the 20.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Wonder what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down.